What is up, guys? Yes, the title of this video is legit. It happened. I played a single match of Pro League today. Less than 24 hours from me recording this right here, Wildcard asked me to sub in for Merc on today's match. Very tragically, yesterday, Merc was informed that his father passed away. Understandingly, you don't want to play a siege match after that. A very important siege match with that life-altering news. So they asked me to fill in for him. And honestly, I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play Pro League again. I didn't want to get back in the lobby for like at least a year. Like that was like my mindset. Like literally not even like a one-off. Like I don't want to be back in the lobby for at least a year. Not saying I would want to retire in a year, but I'm just saying I didn't want to step in the lobby. But Merc was a teammate of mine for 3.5 years. You know, I like the guys on Wildcard. I didn't want to like, if I was asked, there's no way I would like feel good if I said no. And I will stress the importance of this. This is not about me. This is not, you know, a return to Pro League or anything of that nature. I only played because of someone's father passing away. And so everything, the community, everybody related to R6 Esports, I hope they send their love and thoughts and prayers to Merc while he goes through this whole process, which I could not even fathom. So again, I'm glad that I could help in a time of need to play with Wildcard versus DZ to try to get Wildcard their major spot. Because again, this match, DZ versus Wildcard, the winner would qualify to the Atlanta Major in November. I had fun. I enjoyed my time. It was a blast. And for those who may or may not have like seen me at all play, like I know there's been some people that say they only saw me in like they've been introduced to my content in the last like 9 months. You never got to see me play. So yeah, a little taste of what has been and what could be. Enjoy the video. Take care. Have fun.
Rice might be the first one on DZ to get punished. It is a rare server or Teller's Archives defense, which is not something we see every day.
It's not, but it forces the attack to problem solve a very big portion of the map. You know, you gotta worry about the top floor, the basement staircases, the primary floor as well. So I like the fact they bring Monty for this. Gonna force Rice into an uncomfortable position here. Move too much, you get shot, but Monty can also hit fire you down. It's a tough spot for Rice to be in. Oh.
Rice engaging, Gavin down. He's caught by Packer. Great entry from Wildcard so far. Now Spirits will continue to lurch forward. Panbazoo is the star player for DZ that we reference quite often. Packer dies, and the advantage that Wildcard had in terms of numbers is down by 1, but they've got time left to play with.
Big thing to look out for here is, of course, Wildcard missing Merc and one of their IGL, their big experienced players. Beaulo sure got experience, but not typically the leader of this team or a big voice for it. Playing that iconic Ash operator and do self-destruction towards the bomb site itself, and this pushes Darks into a very hard spot to deal with. The ceiling above you keeps disappearing, Monty's yellow pinging you, you have nowhere to go, and if time keeps burning down like this and DC keep falling backwards, then Wildcard can just walk on in. Spirits or Adam just plant down that diffuse, because look at this, Monty can block the door and there's no way in for DarkZero.
Adam waiting. It was a 21 kills he dropped on Border yesterday, all for naught. That same level of performance, absolutely keeping his team competitive on its own, but he dies to Canadian. Canadian might not have the greatest shot in the game, but he makes those shots count. Now it's just Surf and Beaulo remaining for Wildcard as Panbazoo is off the board.
Attackers have
2 remaining players from DZ, both with a kill to their name, looking for 1 more apiece each.
10 seconds
As there goes the plant by Surf by the copier. Beaulo needs to cover. He takes down Canadian. He's just so goddamn good. It doesn't matter if he's taken a year off. The final 2 kills are none other than Jason's. I think the general consensus would be it's harder to adapt on attack because if there are specific set strats, Beaulo will not know them. On defense, I think there's an ebb and flow of most maps where you can put Beaulo in a particular position or have him roam and hold a certain spot, and he'll do well. I mean, on bank, the one part that always comes to mind with Beaulo is when he would hang out by the stock trading room, and there would be the deployable shield looking towards square stairs against the double panel. Yeah. That was Beaulo's spot on TSM, and this is a very comfortable map for him where that second floor will be defended on almost every single bomb site. One caveat might be the downstairs bomb site, which is where DarkZero is defending now. Wildcard have already taken top floor control. pushed off whatever from DZ was up there. Now, main floor is their focus. This is the exact same predicament Wildcard put DarkZero in last round. Get the first 2 picks, have a big numbers advantage, and have plenty of time still to go. This is 2 for 2 for Wildcard, having an excellent start to this map.
Also the same issue DC had yesterday, right? Those opening engagements just not really going in their favor. Pambo's having a hard time, and Gavin also with that. DC down to just 2 members. Canadians on their own because this is such a hard round to win that playing on site's not gonna work out. But Wildcard, they got the read, they got yellow pinks, they know that something is up and something's not quite right in this area of the map.
Canadian can't buy a kill. Through the wall, punished by Spirits. NJR, the one man to stand against the Horde. Both getting accomplished. 45 seconds to go. Droned out. There goes one of the Goyo canisters, patrolling the hatch. A flawless round for Wildcard. Goodbye, NJR. That was okay. We had 1 round of tech issues, but that was it. Surf with the leadoff kill. Wildcard getting first blood all 3 rounds. Not just first blood all 3 rounds, but they've actually gotten the first 2 picks all 3 rounds. Not just 1, but 2. EZ's roam has been absolutely impotent.
Bit of a standoff in lobby between Beaulo and Canadian. It's kind of waiting for make the first move. The intel is there. Bolo's reloading, unfortunately for him, but Canadian now is going to be stuck inside of Taylor's archives portion of the map and has to either fight his way out of it, just simply stay there. Spirits on the Munch, of course, could go down there and push him out of his position and duo up with Beaulo for the kill. Looks to be the case. Find those isolated defenders, get that number ever so more in your favor, and then slowly approach the bomb site afterwards. Oh yeah, Canadian got clutch up.
Loves this position. Canadian out dueling Beaulo now. Spirits charging in at him, trying to keep the Monty at bay, but it's a fight for the ages. Spirits, health just, winnowed down, but still standing. And there's no hard destruction. There's 3 smokes on the board, however, so they can conceal their advancement, though the Monty will make an awful lot of noise in the process. That smoke, a bit overthrown, that might give NJR an opportunity to see Adam, and indeed, that's what happens. Gavin and NJR work together from their positions, and they get DZ's first round. As somebody who's never made a TikTok, I can't speak from experience. I don't know if you do, if you use the platform, but oh my, hold on a second, hold on.
Oh boy.
Is he fantasy runs straight into the wall? He also doesn't know that Rice is playing on main floor, not too far off. Rice still searching for kill number 1, but why not? Wait, be patient. Surf will vault on over, but he's going to go through the other door. Ever closer to the bomb site. Stellar's archives site merging twice. There goes Surf with the diffuser in hand, falling off. Rice into action, but Gavin has a great round. Was that 3 kills for Gavin?
Canadian just kind of walks out, doesn't even look at the ceiling, doesn't care whatsoever. These X-Kairos, if positioned correctly, I would say, will destroy the Kai Claw downstairs, and there, they get it. Second set, of course, will get the hatch, and Wildcard then have a way in towards the bomb side, but with no smoke nades to assist them, and no nades left in Spirit's pocket, getting the diffuser down and getting that initial entry and foothold might prove difficult. See, Wildcard, they know that the rumors of DarkZero downstairs as well, so they kind of watch those flanks on all the staircases.
15 seconds to go.
Everybody's still alive, and there's 15 seconds left in the round. Adam will drop, obscured, nearsighted, but not before he can take out Pambazoo. Beaulo in and doing Beaulo things. But Canadian is there to shut down the defuse plant. A second attempt by Adam, and Canadian is down in the basement, and that lean back is all that we need to know. Another flawless round for Wildcard as they send us through the first half. Wildcard, their last 2 rounds, both won flawlessly. However, that first flawless round came all the way back in round number 2. They let DZ hold the lead for a single round, and now we emerge from the first half tied at 3 apiece. DarkZero moving to attack. Wildcard will now try their hand at defense.
You still got the roaming presence as well from Wildcard, so DarkZero, they're gonna have to fight multiple things here, both horizontally and vertically, unless they choose to go for the roam clear. That's normally what Blitz provides you. You know, you can actually go and find those roamers, take them out, etc. You have a way in. But half the round burned, more than that actually. DC, they're rotating. Gavin was in the basement, then he was inside a square, and now he's running towards the lobby. So they might try and actually either distract some of the roamers from the defending side, or simply just try and go for a chaotic backside hash. I'm not sure what Gavin is onto here.
DZ will be slower on attack than Wildcard. I think that's a given. But Rice gets a relatively free kill as Surf peeks through the doorway. Wildcard still controlling open area. It'll be a challenge, not impossible, but will be a challenge to take that bottom floor bomb site without conceding open area. Canadian is amidst the smoke, and he's just going to suffer through it.
What?
I wonder if maybe on his screen it was not visible, but it was very steadily ticking away at his HP. Now Beaulo drops. He's punished for it. Not finished off yet, though. Packer will have to deal with the blitz. It's NJR in a 1v1. He drops, he sees him, but it's Packer to win. Hard pressed to beat a Vector at such short range. Wildcard take their 4th round. There's logic bombs to go. Spirit's taking some damage. Canadian losing half of his HP. I believe that's Packer's nitro cell that was in that spot. Beaulo gets on the board first. Pambazoo answers back by eliminating Spirits. And now Beaulo is dead too. DZ looking far more formidable on attack, especially with Gavin continuing to excel on entry. Now Canadian will see Packer aggress towards him in Dirt Tunnel. Pambazoo might have scrambled to try to make something work, but he gets punished by Surf. Adam getting the call towards Square. Surf is the one inside of open area. There's a shotgun blast waiting at the bottom of blue for NJR. He gets swung on. That's it for him. Canadian inside a Dirt Tunnel where he spent the entirety of this round. Packer gets it. DZ stuck, literally. Match point for Wildcard on DZ's map.
Intel is still very much required for DarkZero. They have so many drones alive, still 8 up. So Wildcard, they haven't found him despite playing Solus. That's Surf. He's not top side of the map instead of meeting, so he's not in the right position to find those drones. Can't do anything about it. Opening kills will be very important here for both teams. Good nade.
This has been quite the matchup so far, and we're only a single map in. The stakes as high as they are. You're seeing incredible attacks from both teams. You're seeing stalwart defenses.
Setting deterrent.
Though Adam is far below the numbers that he found himself yesterday on that do-or-die matchup of Border, he has still been an incredibly vital member of this team. He looked like he would be the first line of defense upstairs, but for now, DarkZero will leave him be. Instead, the focus was on the open area bomb site. Surf is there for backup. He's got intel too, and he can tell Adam exactly where DZ is coming from and when. Wildcard, Adam in particular finding 2, but wait a moment, DarkZero's flipped the script. They find 3 kills. Adam still standing. Phone ringing away. It might leave Beaulo in a 1v3. He's down below an open area. Adam covering from above, but the diffuser will go down. Adam popping up, trying desperately to outduel, and he gets the down onto DZ's player of Rice. Beaulo is gone. Adam will drop. He's got 2 kills so far. A third could be confirmed if Rice bleeds out. 2 more await Adam. He clutched on this site before. Lightning doesn't often strike twice. Will it here? Is there a storm brewing for DarkZero? They're waiting. Patiently, NJR is on drone. Spotting Adam. He takes the swing. Canadian pops up, and DZ hangs on. Overtime we go. That will allow both of these teams to run as many Monties or Blitzes as they so choose. Osa is also a shield operator that we see her used differently from time to time. Spirits, right now, inside of Tellers. Guns down Pambazoo. That is the ace. That's the only hard breacher for DarkZero, and they now need to pull off a Lockers CCTV execute without any hard destruction at all.
But as long as they got the hatch control, as long as the roam is alive, it's going to be very difficult to plant, even with the Monty. Gavin and Nuke inside the garage is kind of stuck. It's not this easy. There is no way. No.
Come on. There goes the gas canister. Canadian had no HP left to survive that, and Surf finishes him off too. Nades now from Gavin inside a garage as NJR just walks through the main floor, but he's got the attention of Surf, who also needs to be wary of the Monty down below. In comes the Dokkaebi of NJR. Surf gets the pick. He could drop at any point. Down goes the Nitro cell. Does damage to Rice, but now Gavin will need to flush these players out. Wildcard doubling up in numbers. Gavin spotted on main stairs. Rice alone. He's sent away by Adam. Wildcard on match point. I imagine there's one of 2 ways that this bomb site is going to go. You're either going to go for the default take inside of B, which is to go behind the counter in staff area and break room, or you're going to drop the hatch and try to plant behind the cubicle. I think it really just comes down to whether DZ can get an early pick, but more importantly, whether they feel like there's a safer avenue to go with. Shake Packer off of his position on A. Down goes Rice. No could be no more. If Packer dies, it didn't look like there was coverage over by that hatch, so DZ could conceivably go for a drop, but the remainder of the bandit needs to be found first. DZ definitely stacking up for this A drop with 30 seconds left. There goes Canadian. He survives it. At least drawn out the attention. Pambazoo not good enough on the coverage, but down goes Packer. Gavin traded out by Spirits. Wildcard leading the way. Canadian bailing off. Now he'll try again. NJR drops. Every single player at DZ favoring this hatch. Canadian successful in the post plant. Tracers whizzing over the heads of NJR, gunning down Surf. Canadian and him will need to scramble. NJR so good. Spirits to clutch out. Playing inside a copier. Flashed. Activating the goggles at the right time, playing around it. His gadget will be of good use, but NJR gets all 3 kills. DZ survive a scare. No Cinderella story on map 1 for Wildcard. DZ take it 8-7 on their own map. Sometimes Gavin could possibly play more support roles. Flexibility that comes for Canadian will likely benefit DZ. That's why you go for Rice, right? Pambazoo down for the count. He had a strong first round, 3 kills to his name. He'll have none now with a minute to go in round number 2. Wildcard's approach from over towards bedroom, but also through attic. Saw that Maverick carving up portions of the attic wall. Surf looking for Canadian down below. There goes NJR. Canadian actually wins the duel. And will now take to the stairs over towards Armory. As Gavin gets on the board. Packer rushing in. Down goes Gavin. Canadian will rely on Rice to hold the bomb site under control, but an excellent swing by Wildcard as they pinch him. Now it's Canadian atop of White Stairs. Oh, a very familiar place for him. Packer getting the diffuser down, Beaulo to cover. Canadian in an impossible spot. He'll hit the barbed wire, make some noise to get out of there. Beaulo swings and catches him looking the wrong way, and Wildcard win their attack on dorms. Your hard breach early, or you lose your main entry early, or your only set of nades early. That whole plan evaporates in an instant. Half the round to go. So far, nobody from Wildcard in an engagement that could cost them the very precious utility they need to pull off this meeting fake. DZ was holding dorms above. They kill up just over half of the round. They get away with their lives still intact. Now all 5 members of DZ coalescing around the bomb sites on that first floor. Canadian C4 good enough to take out Spirits. Down goes the Buck.
Now it's Wildcard. Yes, they got that backup insurance with the sledge, but it's much slower than that of Buck. And of course, if they had both, it would be even quicker. No easy way in though. DarkZero with 5 guns up. They got most angles covered. Not perhaps a standing door. It could just be a walk-and-clean attack inside.
Adam watching now is, oh my goodness, NJR with 2.
Attackers
answered back by Beaulo. Surf attempting to plant. Pambazoo playing around that pillar. A door frame. Down goes Beaulo. Now it's Surf in a 1v4 with diffuser. Not a lot of opportunity. DZ will close on in. No chance for him to win that round. Canadian the final kill, and DZ wins their second.
Wildcard maybe played a bit slower as they are currently. Play closer together. Yeah, it's Oregon. You're going to be funding through a single doorway maybe, but you're there for the trades if it comes down to it.
That's the final attempt for Wildcard to put some rounds on the board. They'll start off strong with Beaulo getting a pick, not before Adam taking all that damage though. That's Pambazoo, who's not leading the team, but close to NJR's total. Adam has a read here on that drone positioned inside of cafeteria/dining hall. Now Spirits will follow up as well. Why not send 2 players their way? For NJR, you're gonna need a whole platoon. Down goes Beaulo to Canadian. Gavin falls to Spirits. It's a 3v3. The Wildcard keeping things close. Now the Ram can go to work as they tear open these sight lines towards the bomb site. This is another meeting execute. The Wildcard, they had some struggles here in the past. Genius way to open up the floors. We don't see a lot of Ram on this map, and NJR will thank his lucky stars as he sees it go by. Surf will now assess NJR is dead. That's a lead for Wildcard, and honestly, the raid boss down at this point.
Yeah, huge kill. And Ja, he was in that prime position of a server like last time. The only position to stop a passable plant here. Canadian could look to retake from the freezer staircase, but all this vert destruction from above. Wildcard, if they cover the right angles, they can definitely plant here.
Attackers have located a bomb.
They just need to wait for it, get the call. Packer to drop. Nobody seems to see him, but he's nearsighted. Nobody nobody can stop him. Canadian will look as there goes the air jab. He's a bit too slow, but Rice gets two surf drops. Tiny amount of time left, and the clock will hit 0, allowing Canadian to swoop in. But wait, no, he stopped. Can he get there in time? He can, but Surf wins at the air jab. Claims the round for Wildcard.
He gets drop shot hip fired. Oh no.
DZ have cleared out most of this main floor. Beaulo was still roaming above over towards attic. He's potentially, though, well, actually from silhouettes, it looks like he's on the back of stage, over by small tower. 2 players for Wildcard by small tower isn't that strange. Beaulo will get the drone and then have to fall off of his position. As flashbangs go out, he reassert himself. Tearing through that ammunition, and his impact hits Surf on the back, and a smile will stretch across Beaulo's face.
You know, primary heart breacher, and it will be Canadian on the Monty leading the charge. Gets shot in the heel, loses a fair bit of damage. Vulcan casts the pop, gonna buy 20 seconds of spirits. He's gonna stall so much time in this position. No.
There's no way. He hits that with the CZ75.
No.
This one's gonna go bad in a real hurry for one of these teams, as there's still 9 people alive. Make that 8. Pambazoo punishing Surf by Bree. Now the flash over towards Pillar. We've got the attention of Beaulo as Canadian walks in. Bees aplenty as NJR tries to keep them at bay, and so far it seems like it's working. Wildcard have now retreated over towards Library side, and Rice thought he had something going, but he was just a bit too slow to the punch. 3 players remain for DarkZero. Same numbers for Wildcard. But Canadian not going to be able to plant. Where is the clock management for DarkZero? They just flat out run out of time.
There's a slow communication round there for DC, and we see the silhouette there. Hiding inside of Attica Surf, so close to danger. Still alive. Could swing out at any moment. Oh, but Surf hitting his shots right now. He finds 2, he finds 3. What is this?
No way! The waves are too much for DZ to deal with. Oh, Beaulo and Spirits will die. The advantage still given to Wildcard because of Surf's play. He's on an ace watch. Smoke goes out towards White Stairs. Canadian attempting to narrow down these opportunities for Wildcard to swing. Down goes Pambazoo to Packer, and he will get 2 for his trouble. 3 rounds in a row for Wildcard, and it's a tie game.
So you gotta figure out where is the defense looking the weakest, and where can we actually try and get into the bomb side. Well, Spirits, he stops the freezer staircase just like last time. He's got a Might Disc, he's got a Vulcan canister for a stall, and he's got a shotgun. That's not gonna work out. Okay, let's try and drop the meeting hatch. Well, that's a double crossfire. It's hard, but Panba just drops into Pillar. Hello? They weren't ready for that.
But he's traded back. I think it's more important that Pamba gets rid of Surf from that position, and I will take that if I'm DarkZero, especially when you look at the clock. 35 seconds remaining. But again, this listlessness from DZ right at the forefront. They are just so slow, so many rounds. Canadian will shepherd the diffuser into the bomb site at some point. Spirits goes for a reload. It's ill-timed. Fire continuing to rage, denying NJR access to Blue. Beaulo, the only chance to keep his team in it. Not even his team, to keep Wildcard in it. He finds a couple picks. A DZ wins their 5th round. Look at Adam staring down that Monty. One thing we noted with the way that Canadian plays Monty is he usually doesn't have an escort. This time he does with Gavin inside a freezer. That's where the attention of Adam lay. Flashbangs that go out, NJR punished over by Pillar. Spirits are there. Adam finally gets on the board. They'll need more from him now. Gavin drops. It's Canadian in a 1v3, pistol out. And he's punished by Adam, who gets 3 kills in the round.
A minute to go still. DC actually relatively quick pace with their standard right now in a good position. Attic wall is opened up, and they have nobody on the big tower side, so Melusi of Spirits has this kind of cross. And if he can hold this, he can actually stop the entire advancement from DarkZero single-handedly. Last time it was Surf, maybe this time it'll be Spirits.
Rice creeping up White Stairs. Down goes Gavin. Nice shot by Rice onto Surf. He's wary about what might come behind him, and there's Adam. 4 kills, all coming within the last round and a half. Beaulo over towards the wall. He gets 1, but not before the diffuser goes down. Now it's Pambazoo to clutch. Adam is going huge. He will need to win this duel to keep his team in it and win it. He hops on the diffuser. DarkZero pushing up. Pambazoo looking to prolong this. He duels, and Adam wins it again, just as he did on Bank. 6 kills over 2 rounds. When you need him the most, he shows up.
That's it. Just to save him. Legal 0-8. He's out of it. No. As you said, 6 kills in 2 rounds, and they clutch to seal it for them. We need all 3 maps of this series.
3 things in life: death, taxes, DarkZero taking a while on attack. We use that so many times, though. I feel like it's a bit cheating. Beaulo spot. Pixel spot. Down goes Gavin. Yash rushing in and punished almost immediately by the position that Beaulo is in. Now, as a nitro cell that goes out, it does not prevail. Canadian still wandering right now through Cigar, as he will breathe down the neck of, I believe that's still Beaulo inside a bathroom. Yes, it is. He's got some help. Top of white stairs. Canadian has a diffuser. You cannot lose it. Rice vaults in, and there he goes to a frost mat. Big round from Beaulo so far. 40 seconds remaining.
Tough spot here. DarkZero locked down, but they'll have the upside down repel, finds the kill, but Beaulo's still alive. Canadian not allowed any space in this map so far. Oh! A rare Troy aggressive move there on the Muncie. We love to see it. I don't think I've ever seen him ADS before like that. It's incredible.
I mean, he tried on Oregon, but ultimately fell short.
Stay behind me.
Adam going down below. He'll get caught on the stairs by the Nomad. NJR winning that engagement. Flashes go out. Surf in a 1v2. DarkZero, though, battling the clock. Troy needs to get in to get the diffuser down. Only 5 seconds. They're going to lose time again. Canadian going for the plant. Surf cannot get around the corner. There's an air jab. This is a tough spot for him to be in. And he's finished off by NJR. I'm glad that you pointed out, Matt, because yeah, it's especially interesting, but Surf reads that perfectly. Gavin runs in amidst the smoke screen created by Sens, and Wildcard have now defanged a huge part of this DZ execute. Oh, Pambazoo almost getting the yokai drone. A good catch inside a bakery. Things maybe not going off the way that DZ was hoping for. They've got half the round to figure this out.
Yeah.
But they're down a very important part of their execute.
Yeah, and the DC, you know, we tend to say that they have a plan A. When the plan A doesn't work, they scramble and they struggle in the round. It's a quick adaptation from them. They still got time to work with, but they still got to clear bakery. That's going to be the next big issue. The last attack didn't work, but this one has to succeed in this round.
That Spirit's dueling so well. Looking for yet another. Not able to control recoil, but the sidearm gets the job done. Dumped upon by NJR. First player from DZ to get a kill so far this round. Now Canadian will need to follow up. NJR gets 2. He's been fantastic. Canadian dealing a lot of damage. Wildcard now with Beaulo and Surf remaining. They have a good idea of Surf, though. And he will continue to spam ping away. That T5 is the gun for it, but NJR is just on something else. He'll need to clutch against Beaulo.
10
A
seconds.
stand-in versus the stand-out. 7-0 for NJR on the board, potentially. Will Beaulo swing? He's got the wrong idea. Beaulo playing keep away and then wins it with the deagle. Frustration for NJR, but Beaulo keeps his team in this. He's very easy to kill, as it's only going to take a single bullet to his head or fire at his shoulder. Now, Gavin's going to do the exact same thing, same result. It's Adam, though, who takes him down. So I don't know if it's Gavin being set up for failure by the team or Gavin himself taking initiative and ultimately falling short, but Gavin has been the first casualty almost every single round for DarkZero. And by playing hard breachers and playing shield operators and playing one of the first ops to get into the building, there's an idea that DZ has here that just has not been realized if Gavin keeps dying early. Here's Rice, though. Flying under the radar. Wildcard lose 2. Beaulo toss out a nitro cell. Down goes NJR. That's much bigger than it should be. But with the way he's been playing, this has been his series so far. Leaves a 3v3 with 40 seconds left now.
They're going to do a pause here, though, because these here are kind of locked out here. They got to figure out where are the 3 defenders actually playing at before they can make their final decision. Pag with a shotgun inside a bakery. Got those black eye cams giving intel to the defensive side. You see this crossfire. Surf's in the middle. He's gonna set things up, but the intel is there from DC always.
Now Pambazoo's made it in. Down goes Surf. He's not expecting Beaulo in that position, but Rice picks him up.
To go.
Packer in a 1v2. Goo Mines being hit.
seconds
DZ
to
need
go.
to get that diffuser down. Packer looks like he is absent. A Yokai will need to take measures into his own hands. Peeking
5
out of
seconds
prep
remaining.
now inside of kitchen. Rotating around. He spotted one player. He can't control the bearing 9 nor make it work with the clock. Pulling out the shotgun, he saw Rice for a second, takes the engagement with Canadian, but the job is done by the team captain himself. No observation blocker brought from Canadian, so a bulletproof camera with the Jaeger. We talked about that back on Oregon. For those that might not have been familiar, that secondary gadget doesn't see a ton of use, but in this instance, won't see it at all. Beaulo first pick dies to Gavin. Adam looked like he had the follow-up now inside a reading, but DZ clobbering Wildcard. This has been a really impressive showing for Wildcard. Not just this match, but the stage as well. A team assembled, I don't want to say last minute, but cobbled together over the public, was it the public tryouts that they did?
Yeah.
And honestly, it seems like the sky's the limit. That DZ sweep right through them. That was not a struggle whatsoever. There goes the Monty. Canadian with Nitro Cell still in hand, but the Monty is now pressured up to a position where that Nitro cannot be of use unless he threads the needle through the hatch, but Canadian doesn't have any information. Rice will see the Monty as he now moves over towards White before stopping. There goes the Nitro Cell. Tossed up, but Spirits is already far enough away. Now he's taking damage on top White as NJR has died. 15 kills for NJR is mighty nice. Rice sees the Monty. Spirits unsheathing the pistol. A grenade goes. Good coordination. Packer finds 2. Pambazoo and Canadian, the only 2 remaining, and Packer's in the bomb site now, getting the diffuser down as Canadian will retake. Pambazoo will have to do the same. Packer finished off by Canadian. And now he gets another over towards White Stairs. Pambazoo finishing the deal. Surf on White. Pambazoo getting down Beaulo. He flies over the railings. Pambazoo will be able to get himself back up to full HP.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Surf grabbing the diffuser with 40 seconds to go. Pambazoo, 1 kill away. He's let NJR enjoy the spotlight for a while. Planting upstairs, now it's Pambazoo circling in. Surf doesn't seem to know this. He hops off. That sound goes to Pambazoo. Will give his position away as he looks for the sledge, and the win goes to Surf. Atlanta will wait another round as DZ are not able to clutch out, and Wildcard show that they can stick to it if need be. They've got quite a lot of work to do, but it's definitely possible. They still got it in back pocket. Half of the round gone now. Oh,
Ooh, huh? On the window repel, I guess, or something like that, maybe. Either way. Opening pick. Wildcard are down pretty bad here. Spirits, you want to make it to get the Monty in first, usually. It's Ibana who dies. You're on the window repel is playing much more, passive, should I say. And yeah, Spirits is in, but no one's quite behind him. Surf is the next man in line, basing piano. He's scanning out the entire time, just finding those cameras, checking for C4s, making sure everybody's nice and safe downstairs, or if there's an enemy to be found. That's close. Surf stays alive, though. Rice needs a little bit of damage, but it's not looking too well. Spirits is mighty safe from the Monty, and he gets into on extent. It's a free kill right here. Surely he doesn't know.
Spirits is in. Shield down, gun out. Goodbye, NJR. Beaulo will join him inside of reading and now look farther. But guess what? Gavin's still in there. They haven't punished him yet. Adam will. Surf still holding above. Adam another. DarkZero struggling to get back to the bomb site. Canadian and Rice will need to clutch up. They did it before, but on attack. Can they pull it off on defense? Here's the Nitro to go. Adam peels off. Diffuser is down. You get the kill, though. Now the timer will run. Canadian and Rice working together. Spirits and Surf injured. Still going. Now it's Surf popping on through the floor. Taking down Rice. Canadian botches the Nitro cell. He'll have a second attempt. Following up on Spirits. There goes the Nitro. He gets the kill. He just needs to stop Surf. He knows that the IQ is up there, but he can bait him in. Surf will do exactly what he did last time as well. Canadian prepared for it. You just got to jostle. Waste time. Canadian trying to stick it, and Surf gets it through the floor. Desperation for Wildcard. They pull it off, and that's now 2 in a row.
Adding some protection from grenades.
This match has the potential to tighten up. Wildcard have no room for error whatsoever. They've already won 2 in a row. Easy going through that impressive stretch in the first half. 4 rounds to seal the first half as theirs, and now they will have some greater difficulty as Gavin goes for the run out. At one point he was 1 and 5. There's another run out. Canadian can't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Gets 1 pick, but does not get Beaulo.
Not so.
He sees the shield and will now try to soften up Spirits with those impacts. Down goes Beaulo to Pambazoo, what little remained of Beaulo that was, and now it's Rice! Only 1 player remaining. Wildcard. Looking like the LCQ is your way to Atlanta. SI likely falling away as well. It has been an incredible run for them so far, but it ends today. An absolute masterclass on Cafe from DarkZero. They earn the win. 7-3 on the final map, and DZ are major bound. Despite the circumstances, what a showing from Wildcard. Beaulo in particular playing his first match of the year and doing so in mighty fine fashion.